Hi, I'm Michelle Fox, founder of Boss Babes, and today I want to talk to you about 6 really important things to have in your YouTube videos. Do you realize that you can be making money as a direct sales or network marketer in addition to your sales just by putting some YouTube videos out there for others to enjoy? I did not know that, and I started making money before I was aware that that was a possibility. In other words, YouTube contacted me and said, guess what? You can now make money because you created content that people want to watch. So I want to talk to you about what I did to make that happen. So don't go anywhere. So, like I said, I've been in direct sales for 22 plus years, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. And most of those years have been in-person sales. But since 2018, I started taking things online, initially with Facebook Live videos. And over time, I had such a stash of videos that I started putting them on YouTube. I thought, might as well. I watched how other people did it, and I would see things that I knew they were doing better than I was, and so I would imitate them. And over time, I got a little bit better. I still have a lot to learn, but I did recognize key things to have in your video in order to make them more appealing to people, in order to keep their attention, in order to really provide value for them, because that's the name of the game. You want to provide what people are looking for. And if you can do that, you will be watched. It doesn't matter if you're beautiful. It doesn't matter really if you have perfect lighting or a perfect microphone or a great backdrop. People want to consume information. And if you are able to provide that, they will watch you. So let's talk about 6 things that you need to be including in your videos. And I know you can. You can do it right now. All right. So the very first thing, let's see, I got to go back to where my banners are, is your introduction. You want to introduce yourself, explain more than just your name, but a little, very briefly, your background and what makes you an expert. So in other words, why do they want to listen to you? You don't have to necessarily prove that you are an expert. Just say what you do. So I'm Michelle Fox. I've been in direct sales for over 22 years. That in itself is establishing my credibility. I don't then have to say, and I went to this training and this training, or I have this title. People don't even understand what that means anyway. So you want to at least say who you are, and very briefly, what makes you someone that can speak on this topic. Okay. Even if it's something as simple as, I've been a gardener since I was a child. I have been watching these types of videos for the last 5 years, and this is what I learned. People just want to know very briefly, why should I listen to you? Okay. Makes sense, doesn't it? So you want to introduce yourself, and then you want to welcome new viewers. So if you're new to me today, it's a perfect segue. If you are new to my channel, Boss Babes Online, please take a moment to subscribe. And if you get anything out of this video, I would love for you to like it and share it. But the reason you welcome new people is because it's important to acknowledge that not everybody knows you, not everybody knows the culture, that you will establish viewers and subscribers over time that do know you. And so it becomes really easy to start talking to them, that familiar audience, and sort of excluding the new people. But when you make an effort to say, welcome, if you're new here, I just want to say hi and tell you a little bit about myself. So it's sort of part of your introduction. And it's important because when someone feels that you see them, that you value them, that you're reaching out to them, it makes a difference. It really does. And trust me, if you let them know they matter, they will come back for more. But if you just kind of assume they know that they matter, then not necessarily, how can they know if you don't tell them, right? So you want to introduce yourself, and then you want to talk to your audience, including welcoming the new people, the new viewers. All right. So really pretty obvious stuff. And yet you'd be surprised how easy it is to forget those things because you're thinking about the meat, you're thinking about the content that you want to get to, but there are some preliminaries that you need to get through first. Okay. And then you want to ask them to subscribe to your channel. They don't know what they don't know. And I used to watch videos on YouTube just to obtain information. And I might really, really like that person, and I might come back and watch that person over and over. But I didn't understand the value of being a subscriber, the value for me, but also the value for that channel. And so if you don't let them know that you would like them to subscribe, they don't necessarily have a motivation to do that. So that's why you ask to like, share, comment, subscribe. You want to really spell it out for them because they don't know. But it is a benefit because that's how you monetize, okay? When you first start out, you don't really have an audience. People that are looking for your content hopefully will find you. And the more people that watch, the more people YouTube will put your video in front of. But if they start to actually subscribe, when you have 1,000 subscribers, then you start making money every time someone watches your video. If you don't ask anybody to subscribe, they won't. All right. You'll have a random subscriber or two because some people know that they're supposed to do that, but the average person doesn't really know that. So you need to coach them and ask them to subscribe, and you will be astonished if you've been doing YouTube at all and you have not asked for subscribers and you switch gears and you ask to subscribe, you will be shocked at the difference. They will subscribe. They will do what you ask them to if they are getting value from your content. All right. They want to make you happy because you're making them happy. And next, you want to quickly get into your content. People are busy. They have short attention spans. And those two things mean that you want to just jump right in. And oftentimes you will hear YouTubers say, we're just going to get right to it. We're going to jump right in. We're going to, go right to, blah, 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 blah. They will have an expression that implies, I am giving you what you want right now. There's not going to be a lot of preamble. There's not going to be a lot of fluff because people want the answer now, and they will either fast forward or they'll leave if they don't feel like they're getting the answer right now, because they want to know. I do the same thing. Okay. If I'm watching a video because I have this question and supposedly this video answers it, and I start watching, and in the first 2 minutes, if I'm not getting the answer, I'm going to look for a different video. I don't have time to wait around. I don't want to, I don't want to know all this backstory. I want to get to the meat of the message. And yes, storytelling is an art, and it is important, and it is part of it all. But that crafting, the storytelling aspect of it has to be as you are also delivering what you promised to deliver. So in other words, if I'm telling you, I'm going to give you 6 of the key things to have in your YouTube video, right away, boom, number 1, number 2, number 3. And then I might tell a story. Okay. But if I start telling this long story about how I came to be who I am, and 15 minutes go by before I even give you point number 1, there's no way you're going to stick around. And I don't blame you. So you need to know what you're going to say, and you need to get down to business. Okay. People don't have time to wait around. Then at the end of your content, you want to briefly review. So if you've got 6 points, or, whatever your content is, you would quickly, repeat that. That is the only time you want to repeat yourself. That is a discipline that you want to stay on task, stay focused, stick to your outline, know what you're going to say, so that you're not repeating yourself throughout, that you are delivering the content in an orderly fashion. And then at the end, you briefly review, just in case maybe they did fast forward or they skipped around a little bit and they missed something. Rather than them having to go back and find it, you make a convenient little review at the end and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I missed point number 3. Oh, there it is. Thanks. Okay. And you want to make the information as easy for them to obtain as possible and as easy for them to retain as possible. Okay. Which is why having things like your text on your screen, that's really helpful as well. And number 6 is your call to action. And this is probably the most important part. After you've delivered the message, what do you want them to do with that? I talk to the people that I teach all the time about what is the next step? What is the next place that you want to take this person, this customer, this team member? Why are you having this conversation? You've got to think full circle. So in other words, if the point of this whole video is to get them to go to your blog, then you need to say, visit my blog. Click the link in the description to visit my blog. If the whole idea is that you are trying to do a video a day to get to 1,000 subscribers, then you want to reiterate, remember to subscribe, share with a friend. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. So da 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 da. If you are trying to make your shopping site known, then say to shop these products, click the link in the description below. And if you have a promo or something like that, the promo code is listed with the link, whatever. But if you don't tell them, again, they don't know what they don't know. You have to let them know what you are expecting or what the best next action is for them, or they'll just watch and then they'll move on. If at the end of your message, you can give a brief review that helps them retain it, and then let them know what their next step is, not only is that going to benefit you, but it benefits them because there's a sense of accomplishment. There's a sense that they really did gain from this video, and now they're going to take action, which makes them feel that they have accomplished something, and it's going to really solidify that connection between you and your viewer. And odds are that they are going to subscribe and recommend you to someone else. Visual cues are also very important. So that's why intros, outros, or even you'll see people will have something that will pop up that will say subscribe. I do that occasionally. You want the visual cues to be reminding them of what you want them to do as well. Okay. But if you don't tell them, they don't know. It's just like coaching a hostess. You have to let them understand what you want them to do or what the expectations are, because they don't know. They don't know what you, they don't have the background that you have. All right. So, and neither does your audience. So those are some things for you to remember to put in all of your YouTube videos. And I'll tell you what, when you make sure that those 6 components are in your video, it will be more polished. It will feel more complete for you. It will make you look and feel more professional. And you will start to see your subscribers numbers go up. And when you hit 1,000, you can start monetizing and actually making money doing something that is fun and that you love, which I think you'll love it. It really can be a lot of fun to make these videos, especially when you know that people are enjoying your content. And let me tell you what, if I can do it, you can do it. And so now in a sec, you're going to see my end screen, which also reminds people to like, share, comment, subscribe, which I would love for you to do. If you got anything out of this video, please let others know about it. I am trying to grow my Boss Babes group to 1,000. I have a different channel that is over 1,000, but Boss Babes has not quite hit that yet. So I would really appreciate it if you would share this video with a friend and make sure that you subscribe. And also I have a Boss Babes online private Facebook group that you are welcome to join for more tips and tricks and just a sense of community with other entrepreneurs. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day.